Hello you juicy people, back as always with the free games this week video. There's an interesting mix this week, and the heavy hitter being without a doubt Star Wars Outlaws, which is free to play for 3 hours. I kind of contemplate whether I should add these short free to play game sessions into this video, but it'll give you an opportunity to flavor the game juices, so I decided the hell with it, let's go. In Star Wars Outlaws, you play as Kai Vess, a scoundrel with charm, a blaster, and absolutely zero chill, and just vibing through the galaxy between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. The game's got an open world planet system, space dogfights, stealth missions, and yes, your choices actually matter. You can get to help the rebels, betray them for credits, pet an alien dog thingamajiggy. I mean, you do you, space cowboy. If I was to highlight some of the minuses to this bad boy, it would be that the stealth bits are kinda basic, and a few missions feel totally like deja vu, you know, Control C, Control V, rinse and repeat. But in fairness, who really cares when you're doing drive-bys on speeder bikes like it's a Tatooine Theft Auto? You know what I did there? I suggest you take it for a spin and see if you enjoy it, and if you do, I'm pretty sure if you do a bit of internet searching, you can find this bad boy at 50% off. Next up, we take a look at a game made by a 14-year-old, which is kind of concerning and pretty impressive all at the same time. I mean, when I was 15, I could barely get dressed by myself in the morning, so to see someone create something as terrifying as this bad boy at 14 is impressive. But please, Mr. 14-year-old developer, also seek a bit of mental help and attention for that big brain of yours. Demon of the Dark is a 3D survival horror game in which the player has to investigate an abandoned medical research facility, all while looking for whatever dangers that reside in the unknown darkness. It hits fairly well on the damn that's a scary meter, and it's currently sitting in with mixed reviews on Steam with a total of 50ish reviews. But if you've already forgotten, this was created by a 14-year-old, that's 10 out of 10 in my book. Listen homie, this week there has been a ton of free but fairly average PC games that don't really need full explanation, so the next section is a rapid fire section, quick and dirty, in and out, without and about, and we start with The Flayed Man, which is a short narrative driven point and click horror game. You're awakened without any memories, or skin for that matter, and you must uncover the sins of the past. A telltale sign of a developer ingesting too goddamn many mushrooms to come up with such a freaky idea. But yeah, here you go, enjoy Skinless and Old. Next, a rap house simulator, where you come and work with me and my uncle rapping the absolutely most juicy shawarma this side of the desert. It's a prologue to give you a bit of a flavor about running a kebab shop or whatever you call it in your place. I mean, it has everything included in running such a juicy shop. Next up, Spiderland, a narrative-driven, reader-heavy experience that was surprisingly good. I mean, the atmosphere and the writing are really a 10 out of 10 in this bad boy. To be fair, if you don't mind reading, which is kind of important to get through this bad boy, I think you're in for a treat. It doesn't have anything to do with spiders, but I'll leave it at that because I don't want to spoil this bad boy. Next, we talk about Kill the Twister, where you jump, shoot, and throw a lot of barrels in this self-contaminated first-person shooter boss fight against a massive tornado. I think that's pretty much everything this bad boy has to offer, so move on to the next. Up next, Waxweaver, which is a short sandbox RPG game that takes place on a square planet. I mean, just like ours. Here you get the pleasure to explore the world, gather resources, build a home, and become stronger, just like in real life, I guess. And last but not least, and a quick mention to Grapples Galore, which is a fast-paced online multiplayer arena shooter with the physics-based grappling hook movements, active ragdolls, and some pretty funky gunplay. The controls are a little bit all over the place, but once you get the hang of it, you can actually pull off some pretty funky looking kills that leaves a huge smile on your face. And once I figured out that I can actually grapple onto other players, it opened a whole new can of whoop-ass. Grapple Galore was released just a few months ago, and it's sitting in with very positive reviews in Steam with a total of 5,000 reviews, so it's off to a good start and understandable considering the fun factor this bad boy delivers. And that pretty much brings us to the end of the rapid section. I hope you're still with me. Let's go on to the Epic Store, because you can still claim Botanicula and Firestone Online RPG until the 24th of April. Followed by Albion Online and CHUCHEL, I think it's pronounced, starting the 24th of April. Botanicula is a short and silly story about some little guys. It's a great sound design, the puzzles aren't too frustrating, and the art style is super cute. You know, it's one of those games that doesn't take itself too seriously, and for that it's a win in my book. It's just the right amount of sweet and simple together. It's a €20 title and currently sitting in with mixed reviews on Steam. Next, and as we also mentioned last week, Firestor Online RPG is a multiplayer fantasy game with idle RPG mechanics. Here you get to collect heroes, upgrade their gear and skills, and set them in AFK battles or go on an incremental click frenzy to beat these bosses. You'll also have the pleasure of chatting with guild friends if you want any of those, or engage in PvP if that's your thing. I don't think there's a lot more to say about this bad boy. It's an idle RPG game for those who like that type of thing. And then, starting the 24th of April, you can get a welcome package to Albion Online if you haven't tried that bad boy as of yet. Albion Online is super juicy. It has you start with nothing but a loincloth around your cheeks and a dream. You get to gather resources, craft gear, carving your path into a brutal player-driven economy. You wanna be feared PvP lord? Well, off you go. A humble fisherman? Off you go. A market tycoon? Off you go. Albion Online is a game driven by a classless system, which means that your gear defines your role. Swap out your equipment and you're a new person, identity crisis included and all. But be aware, the learning curve is absurd. I mean, the full loot PvP zones are unforgiving. One wrong step and you're back to square one, naked, afraid, just like I start every single day. This bad boy is grindy, it's intense, and it's not for the faint of heart. But if you thrive on challenges and love a sandbox where your choices actually matter, then Albion Online delivers. And just remember, trust no one and always keep a spare set of gear in the back. If I'm not mistaken, the welcome page includes 3 days premium, some points, some tokens, potions, you know, all of that crap that you don't need anyway. By the way, if you want to stay up to date on free games and get them served to you in a silver platter, then do us both a favor and smash the subscribe button. You'll stay up to date on free games and I'll show the wife that people actually like me. Oh, and as always, links to all of the game mentioned in this video are in the description and they take you straight to the deal. No googling required. And alongside Albion Online, you can also claim CHUCHEL, which I don't know anything about. CHUCHEL is a comedy adventure game from the creators of Machinarium, Botanicula and Samaros. 3 games I have absolutely never played. But here you get to join the hairy hero CHUCHEL and his rival Chuchel as they'll be facing numerous puzzles and challenges in their quest to retrieve the precious juicy cherry. I mean, the reward? Well, cheerful situational humor, wild music and sounds by the band DVA, which I also don't know anything about. Anyway, it should be full of hilarious gags that warm up even the coldest souls. While I have your undivided attention, can I please do an honorable mention to a game that has been taking my focus for the last few weeks, and I still have not managed to win a game. Embarrassing. I mean, I've come second like 3 times, but no win. And what I'm talking about is OpenFront.io, which is like if Risk, a Territorial and a Cold War fever dream had a baby and then handed you the keys to world domination. OpenFront.io is a game where you start small, grabbing land, building cities and managing your resources. But before you know it, you're fortifying your defenses, launching nukes, controlling trade routes and forming shaky alliances that are one betrayal away from chaos. It's a web-based game, so no need to download anything, and the game is also still in alpha, so expect some rough edges around the edges. What? Anyway, if you're into real-time strategy with a side of geopolitical mayhem, OpenFront.io is worth a shot. Just remember, trust no one and build more nukes. And that pretty much brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks 10.5 million times for taking the time to watch my video. Thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't, like yeah, why not? Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.